Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, at whatever time that you may view this video. I am William Davie. I am an elder at the Tower Grove Journey and come to simply share my heart with you guys that are lamenting and grieving and going through what it is you are going through, what it is you are experiencing at this time as our nation is grappling and wrestling with COVID and with the tumultuous times that we are living in. Because of my age and because of my ethnicity, I'm not shocked. I'm very familiar. In my 63 years, decade after decade, I've seen riots take place, and I've seen uprising. I've seen injustices. I've seen these things take place. I also look back in the Bible and I see where God was grieved in his heart at the sins of men, and so we ought to be grieving also. And if you're grieving, I think it's good. If God can grieve, why can't we? And we ought to grieve as he grieves over injustice, persecution, oppression, discrimination. The Bible says, be angry, but sin not. And I would like to add a thought that, but never stop being angry at sin, persecution, oppression, discrimination. And let this anger that you feel at this time, let that be an anger that motivates and causes you to wrestle, to come to a place where you'll say, I've got some extra oomph. So what can I do with this energy, this negative energy? How can I turn that? How can God redeem that and make that into something that's positive? And so, brothers and sisters, I would say that you would find the courage to become who God is calling you to be, to truly represent him in this time and in the next chapter even of your life. You know, if you would like to, remember to pray for me as an elder. I personally have been through these times over and over through the decades. And so I feel somewhat numb, and I feel a lack of feeling and caring at times because I've been through this so often that I experience being numb, but I also experience the will to fight on no matter what I'm feeling emotionally. But you can pray for me for my sensitivity. You can pray for me that I do feel, instead of becoming totally numb to the forces of pain and hurt and anger and such like. But with that being said, I pray for you and for myself that I will move forward, that we would move forward, especially beyond where we have been. So would we take this and make this a gospel justice issue? I know some of you don't even like the word social justice, but I really believe this is a gospel justice issue. And that's where we realize that God is not a God who respects persons for race or ethnicity or social status. That God is not a God of partiality, choosing people because of anything that they've accomplished or done or the way that they've looked. And so I would ask us to get ready to live the next chapter of our lives in a way where we live with the integrity that we will put our faith before even our race, where we would say representing God is more important than representing my friends, representing the place that I come from naturally, that representing God who has created me as a black person, as a white person, as a person of color. Representing him is more important than simply falling into the cultural mindset that is out there. That I will do the most good in this life by first living by faith in God and not by fear of man. And so I'd simply ask you, would you wrestle? Would you wrestle with what it looks like to not be partial, to not be a respecter of person, to go beyond and look forward and say, who is God calling me to befriend? What is God calling me to see as injustice and wrongdoing and oppression? And how is God asking me to step in to areas and make a difference? I believe if you see this as a gospel justice, that it won't be something that someone can deter you because maybe you're the only one who's involved in this cause or affair or charge. For you will have the one who is greater in you than the one that is greatest in the world, motivating you and leading and guiding you. You will find yourself in strange and odd places, and you will have to look at people who look like you and such like socially and tell them, look, it's more important that you respect me than that you like me. For I have to serve God with integrity, and I have to serve God with truth. And in doing that, you will see my God through truth and integrity, not by liking me. So my friends, watch me. Yes, watch me while I serve my God and serve whomever he presents the opportunity, without partiality, without respecting of person. Brothers and sisters, the opportunity as God gives us for the next chapter, the next page being turned in our lives is here. Let's be strong. Let's take courage. God bless you.